Alright, I'm going sunglasses today. It's too bright out here. But Dallas Mavericks made the move. DeAndre Jordan, unless he pulls another stunt. And actually, it's funny because the Golden State Warriors have expressed interest in him. I wonder if he'll even take a meeting with them after saying he's going to sign with the Mavericks. I mean, this could all happen just like it did before, which would just be fantastic. All the drama with DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks, but if he does become a Maverick, it's a stopgap. You're looking at 2 years with him, more than likely. He has a 1-year contract that they're putting him on right now, but I would be surprised if they don't mid-season re-sign him for another year, probably at the same amount. And then the 2020 summer is what you should be looking for a free agent center. Miles Turner, Hassan Whiteside, Marc Gasol will all be free agents that summer. So that's what I would be expecting, is probably they'll look really hard at Hassan Whiteside. And if they can't make that work, they'll go to Miles Turner, who isn't necessarily a center really by trade, but in this new NBA and the way the Mavericks play, I actually think he would be a great fit. Maybe better than Hassan Whiteside. He's a lot younger, but the only thing that Hassan Whiteside clearly has over Miles Turner, now remember Miles Turner's 21 years old, so he'll be 23 by the time that summer rolls around, is that Hassan Whiteside is a very good defensive center. Probably better than DeAndre Jordan right now. A much better shooter than DeAndre Jordan, and probably a better rim runner than DeAndre Jordan. Miles Turner is by far the best offensive player out of that group, even I would say over Marc Gasol, even though I do like Gasol's skill set and he's a very good free throw shooter. Miles Turner is a stud on offense. Love to have his offensive capability. Defensively, I think he's still figuring it out. He didn't really have to play a whole lot of defense at Texas, but I think he would be a really good player to add to this mix. He's young. He fits that mold of rebuilding this team, so 23 years old. He'll be almost the same age as Dennis Smith Jr. I guess Dennis Smith Jr. will be 22 by then, and Luka will be 21, 22 by then as well. So you're talking about building a team there. DeAndre Jordan's a stopgap. Let's be very clear about that. This is not a long-term deal. Obviously, they only signed him to 1 year right now. I think they'll get another year out of him, and then that's it, the center position. Now the concern is, obviously, what do you do about Wes Matthews? Well, I think even though they say they did not put him in any trades for DeAndre Jordan, come on. Their salary's lined up. They really need to get him off the books to get DeAndre Jordan in. And it would have really helped them out, because then they would have still had this free agent money to go spend wherever they wanted on a wing that could shoot consistently. Wes Matthews hasn't shown that in the last couple of years. I like Wes Matthews, and I think they really like him as a locker room guy. But the problem is that he doesn't fit the mold for this team going forward. He's not young enough to be a part of the rebuild. So why are you paying him $17 million, and that's going to be going up, to be a bench guy and not a development piece for this team? That's where I see the major issue there, and I think they really would like to bring in a wing, a young wing, but they haven't really been able to find one. If they get a top 5 pick in next year's draft, they're going to be wings aplenty. So that would be ideal if they struggle this year, and having a rookie point guard and rookie shooting guard, or a second-year point guard and a rookie shooting guard, and then also, DeAndre Jordan. I mean, it's going to be a little bit better team, but when you have guys who are inexperienced still, playing with the ball in their hands for most of the game, it's going to be tough. So, hey, maybe we end up at another top 5 pick. We get one of those wings, and then we get one of those free agent centers in 2020, and we're talking about a team that is fighting for a top 3, top 4 spot 4 years from now. That's, I think, the ultimate goal, because it's not going to be 2 years, maybe 3 years, but I really think 4 years is where you're looking at that opportunity. And LeBron will probably be gone. The Warriors will not all be together still in 4 years. So that's really, you got to think about the windows of opportunity. That's going to be the window of opportunity in the West. Obviously in the East, in 4 years, you're probably still going to have the Sixers and the Celtics, and they'll be better, in fact. But in the West, I think a lot of those teams are going to fall off in 4 years. So that might be the ripe opportunity to jump into that top 3 with a young team that has been building for 4 years, 5 years, in fact. So I like what the Mavericks are doing. No, DeAndre Jordan's not a savior. He's not meant to be. But you've got to give Luka and DSJ somebody to play with out there. Otherwise, it's going to look very messy, and I think it would hurt their development without having a guy that they can, throw the ball up to, count on for defense. They're going to struggle defending guys on the wing still, and I think it'll be interesting to see how this season goes. And that's it for part 3 of Dallas Mavericks offseason.